Hello, I'm Joe Black. I'm a cabaret performer and I feel like a competition winner. I am here in the Arrow Video store. I have got a bag just over there that I'm gonna fill up with everything and then I'm gonna run.
Anyway, let's pick some films.
There you are. This. And I'm told, on good authority actually, no one has picked this yet. And I'm not just trying to be interesting. I would like to share with you what I believe to be a wonderful, comforting film. It is The Lighthouse. I would say possibly my favourite Robert Eggers film. It might sound like I'm joking when I say that I find it comforting. I really do. There's just something about watching a film about two lighthouse keepers in the 1800s slowly descending into madness and hellish visions that just makes me really, really happy to be alive. I rewatched this last night in preparation for this and I was like, I'm gonna make notes. And then I didn't make notes. I just sat there going, to the cats. The soundtrack's amazing. It's just got this mostly this sort of foghorny like thing going on. I live in Brighton, so the weather not ideal when it's not ideal. Just walking around a seaside town listening to the Lighthouse soundtrack in your headphones is just for hours, and it's just that's how you live, mate. That's how you live. And the writing is superb. Willem Dafoe's speech, I wish I knew it off by heart. So that's suddenly like a light could appear under my face now and I go, harky, harky, Belgium grey. Fond of me lobster. Well, I'm very fond of this. Thank you, Robert Eggers, for indulging the itch that only lighthouse keepers in the 1800s going mad can scratch. Okay. Edge of Sanity.
You didn't think I was dead, did you?
Edge of Sanity. It's a ripping good time.
This one, so I had only recently seen this, and I don't know if this is like a huge cult hit and everyone knows about it and I'm really, really late to the party. I got this on a total blind buy. It was this version as well, thank you, Arrow. I got it on a total blind buy. I just saw it in a shop and I was like, oh, Anthony Perkins, and then read the back and it says, you know, sort of Jekyll and Hyde meets Jack the Ripper. Oh, well, this looks fun. And just bought it not knowing at all what it was going to be like, and it was an absolute delight. And to call it homoerotic would be an understatement. There's, you know, late in life homosexual Anthony Perkins. When he turns into Mr. Hyde, it's like an 80s acid fever dream meets Victorian. You know, in terms of anachronisms, swimming in them, there's no historical accuracy whatsoever. Well, this was an absolute joy to watch. And again, I've only just seen it, and I want to tell you because I also want you to see it. And it could be that I'm just very late to this party, but I want to spread the good word of Edge of Sanity. Absolute riot. Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
You don't have to believe. Just beware.
The reason I'm picking this cover is gorgeous. The reason I'm picking this is I love the film. I think this one, a lot of people have picked this, and for many reasons I can see why. I think it can mean different things to different people, but the reason I wanted to talk about it is because this is the first instance of a film, a horror film, for me that made its way into my day-to-day life without seeing the film. So the kind of lore and mythos around it somehow became a part of my life when I was a child. Somehow, the lore of Candyman made its way to a primary school in Portsmouth, right? There was the whole Candyman, Candyman, Candyman in the mirror thing. You know, we were children, we wouldn't have seen this, maybe one of them did. And there was, of course, the stories of like, oh, do you remember Josh that used to go to the school? Well, he said Candyman 3 times in the mirror and now he's gone. And you go, I don't remember Josh. And they go, well, you must have remembered Josh. And everyone, you know, that told the Candyman, oh, of course there was Josh, wasn't it? He said Candyman. And yeah, it's that it became a part of a childhood without ever having seen it. And then watching it years later, it wasn't like a random cut and paste 90s horror. It was so much more. It was a fairy tale. It was folkloric. And I mean, it's based on a book as well for people who maybe don't realize. I can't remember what the book is called, but it's absolutely nothing like this. This one is in like a project and obviously has like a racial, socio-political theme running through it. The original is, I think, set on a council estate in Liverpool, and the Candyman has a suit that's made of sweet wrappers. So yes, it's absolutely nothing like this, but just in case you were wondering, yeah, it bled its way into my day-to-day life before I even knew about it. And I was allowed to watch kind of inappropriate things as a child. I had a VHS of Bram Stoker's Dracula as a child, and look how I turned out fine. Also, not a pick, I just want to beautifulness that steelbook of Carrie. Love this film. There is something about vengeful women that as a homosexual, we just love it. You know, a glam, fun woman could be beheading someone and we just go, yeah, good for her. And that's a good film for that. I feel like I never want to leave. Do I want to talk? This isn't, do you know what? I might actually make this a pick just because talking about things as a kid, it's the Chucky collection. And I want to specifically talk about Bride of Chucky, which I would of course argue is the best Chucky.
I think I prefer you like this. You're kind of cute.
And for me, my mum collected dolls when I was a kid, and I had terrible fear of the dolls. And then of course, Chucky exists.
I hate kids.
So I'd see pictures of Chucky, and then of course my mum's room was full of dolls. So that was a lovely combination. And it was only when I saw Bride of Chucky that I was able to get over my fear of dolls, because it's so much fun that it helped me come to terms with that this thing is actually quite silly and ridiculous and a good time. Yeah, so yeah, thanks very much, Brad Dourif, for both haunting yet repairing my childhood. Also in Child's Play, and just any time I see Chris Sarandon in anything, I just go, that's Jack Skellington.
Oh, for God's sake.
Watching Fright Night as well, watching it with my boyfriend, and then any scene he's in, just going, that's Jack Skellington, because it's just his normal speaking voice. Right, talking of being traumatized, Oldboy. I came really late to this. You know, everyone had always said what a sort of legendary piece of filmmaking and what an iconic film it is. And for some reason, I had managed to avoid the big spoilers for it. And I don't know if it's just that I forgot, or that my brain, anytime that spoiler was happening, I just turned off and then would come back to life after someone had finished spoiling it. But I watched this, and my boyfriend had gone to bed, and I'm like, you know, I'm sat up in the dark, like, watching films, and he's asleep. And I was watching this, and I was just the whole time going, this lives up to all expectations. And then, for those who have seen it, that happens, that is revealed, which I won't spoil because I want you to have the same experience. And I was so shocked and so taken back that I sat there with my hand on my mouth, and then I paused it and I went into the bedroom. And I was just stood at the end of the bed like the Babadook. Aaron, are you awake? And then hearing I just in the darkness went, I've seen the most dreadful things. I had to go back and finish the film. But it's amazing, and I hope you can have that experience where you can stand traumatized at the end of your bed. I just needed to have a conversation with someone to say what had happened, and then in the morning, I sort of explained it, and he was like, are you going to watch one of your horrible films again? I'm like, yes, I am. Yeah, I really am. Oldboy. Do we have any more horrible films? Did I? Oh, actually, this is a pretty horrible film. Withnail and I.
I'll show the lot of you! I'm gonna be a star!
This is a funny one because I hadn't seen this for years, and I watched it a couple of weeks ago. Again, thank you, Arrow. And I'm now completely sober, right? So I've been sober for about 2 years. And my recollection of this film, as teenagers, we glorified what they were, which was these drunken morons, just messy, falling apart at the seams, and we thought that was fantastic. And then watching it years later as someone that's now like completely sober, this film is, I think, the most accurate depiction of feeling like you're falling apart at the seams in a kind of drunken or substance-related way. Rewatching it, I felt kind of dirty in a fun, like, I'm watching a film way, not like actual skin crawling and then went off and like weeped into the, I was gonna say the sink then, I don't know, catch all the tears. Yeah, it made me feel kind of filthy in a kind of satisfying way of like, oh no, that's what it feels like to be disheveled.
It'll pass, but it's suited.
In the worst way. And it's just an absolute masterpiece. And I, on rewatching it, don't understand how I thought that was really cool at the time, but it is a hell of a lot of fun to watch. It's a really bleak film, but it's very funny. Very, 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 very funny. Oh, getting closer to 40, I had to do a little noise there. And I rise. The silence of the lambs. Then where the lamb stops screaming. This is one of my very favourite films of all time. I almost can't watch this with anyone else, because what I'll end up doing is I'll keep like looking at the screen and looking at them and just going. He's not blinking. He is not blinking. Just knocking out all the facts. And you want some facts? The dog that plays Precious is the same dog from Batman Returns. It's that the poodle lady has, and I can't remember. I think Darla, I think the acting dog's name was, and yeah, they play Precious. So it's a Bichon Frise that plays poodles as well. Apparently, they've got the acting range on that dog was just absolutely phenomenal. But even now, after seeing this more times than I could possibly count, the scenes still thrill me. That him escaping from the prison and with the disguising, it just every time feels like the first time seeing it. And I still, if I see Ted Levine in anything, I still feel unsettled. Oh, that's Buffalo Bill. And he could be playing a very nice man. And I would still be thinking, God damn it, that's Buffalo Bill. And that has been my Arrow Video Store Picks. It's been a pleasure to be here. And as soon as they turn off the camera, I'm just gonna bat him over the head with a box set and take everything. So it's been a pleasure. I've been Joe Black, and maybe you would have discovered something gorgeous from this. Goodbye.